So the next letter now is J in English, which is said J in French. So it's pronounced exactly the same way as a soft G. So you say je, meaning I. You say jeu, meaning game. So it's the same pronunciation for these ones, but the spelling is different. And you say juger, like to judge. Alright, so we can now move on to the next letter, which is the letter K, which in French is K. Well, it's mostly used in foreign words, so like English words, as in parking, we say parking in French. And in the Greek word, I think it's Greek, and it's kilogram. The next letter is an L, so we say L in French. It's pronounced L, as in lac. Lire, aller. So you have to be careful here because, well, it's pronounced L, but sometimes when you have two L's put together, it doesn't sound like L, it sounds more like Y. But we'll see that later on as well in another video. Alright, so the next letter is M, which is pronounced M, just like in English. You say mille, manger, emmener. Alright, so the next one is an N. You say nager, s'ennuyer, Nouvelle-Zélande. So the next one is the letter O. There is two kinds of O's. There is the O without an accent, and there is the O with an accent. They are pronounced more or less in the same way. So we say photo, pilote, ode. And here we say hôtel, hôpital, hôtel. So again, this accent here, well, in these words actually, means that there used to be an S between the O and the P, but it disappeared, so we put that instead. Well, in English you say hospital. The next one is a P, so you pronounce this letter P in French, so it's like in English actually, pour, papier. Alright, so the next letter is Q. You pronounced it Q in French, like in que, so they sound the same, but it's not the same writing. Parquet and coq. So here que means that, but it's not the demonstrative pronoun. It's the word to link two clauses. You know, the man that I saw yesterday. So it's this one. Usually a Q is followed by a U to separate, well, I don't know, to make the sound K, but here this is an exception. I think this is the only one ending in Q in French. I'm not sure, but okay. So you always have to add a U after a Q. Then there is the R, so it's said R in French, and it may be a little bit hard for you to pronounce this, especially if you're an English speaker, because we do not well, so we say rester, rire, voiture, mer. Then the letter S, which can be pronounced in two ways in French as in English. So the first way is S, like in rester, essayer, soupe. The second one is Z, so visiter, vase, désencombrer. So désencombrer means to clear a place, you know, Like if you want to go into a room and there are some things that are in front of the door, you have to désencombrer, so to clear, to be able to enter the room. So the rule here for the pronunciation is that if an S is in between two vowels, it will be pronounced as a Z, so Z, and if two S's are in between two vowels, it's pronounced S, and well, the rest is like in English, like at the beginning of the word it's pronounced S, and before a consonant it's pronounced S as well. So now the next letter is the T, which is said T in French. It's like in futur, technique, tuer. The next letter is U. Well, alright. So the U is pronounced U in French, so it can be hard again if you're an English speaker or a speaker of a language in which this sound doesn't occur, but it's quite common in French. So we have it in the word reculer, or the word luge, or the word piqûre, and the word brûler. So you see that this U and this U are pronounced the same way. This U has an accent. This U has an accent because, well, for this one, I don't know why exactly, but for this one, it's because you remember you have to put a U just after a Q to make it sound like K. And the reason why there is this accent, I guess it's because there would be two U's in a row, so we got rid of the other one and put this to remind us that we have to pronounce the U, because when you add a U to make the Q sound like K, well, you don't pronounce the U. Next, we'll talk about this U, which has this accent here, so we call it accent grave in French. Well, it is in just one word in French, if I'm not mistaken, and this is this word, which is pronounced ou, so like the sound ou, and it means where. So there is two words ou in French spelled the same way, so to make a difference between them we put an accent here to not to confuse them. So the other one is this one, and it's pronounced ou, and it means or. Alright, so it's written. And this U here with the tréma, for example, in this word, which is pronounced Capharnaüm, so you see that it's not pronounced U, we don't say Capharnaüm, we say Capharnaüm, so it's pronounced like most of the words ending in UM, we say like in medium, MEDIUM, so we say medium. And this tréma here, so the accent here is here to remind us that we have to pronounce the A and the U separately. So we don't say Capharnaüm, we say Capharnaüm. Alright, so it's like naif, remember?